On today's Daily Strike, the Lightning set to practice after a day off. This is the latest news and notes on the Tampa Bay Lightning for Thursday, January 22nd, 2026. I'm Steve Versnick. The Lightning have won 13 of their last 14 games. During this streak, the Bolts lead the NHL in goals per game at 4.38 and goals against per game at 2.23. Now, they have points in their last 14 games. That's tied for the third longest streak in franchise history. The record is 18, set back in the 2003-2004 season. Head coach John Cooper on staying grounded.
You need this just to stay relevant in the Atlantic. You look at the Atlantic Division record, you take all the teams and put their record like post-Christmas time, it's crazy. So you kind of need to go on these to make sure you're putting yourself in a spot to make the playoffs.
The Lightning continue to lead the Atlantic Division with 66 points in 48 games. The Red Wings have the same number of points but have played 3 more games. Brendan Hagel says they're not focused on that streak.
That's obviously a good fate, especially when it happens, but at the same time, I mean, we're just trying to get into the playoffs, and that's our number one goal. We're going on this crazy run. You need to go on crazy runs to get in the playoffs, and kudos to us because that's our first goal, and we know what our next goal is after that.
Nikita Kucherov had 3 assists on Tuesday. It was the 304th career multi-point game for him. He's now 3 shy of Steven Stamkos' franchise record of 307. Kucherov is up to 49 assists and 73 points this season. That is the third most in the NHL. Andrei Vasilevsky made 22 saves Tuesday to earn his 21st win of the season. He's now 21-7-3 with a .917 save percentage and a 2.18 goals against average. We have a new episode of Bolts Beginnings coming out this afternoon. This one will feature Yanni Gourde in his hometown in Quebec. You can watch all of our Bolts Beginnings episodes on the Lightning's YouTube channel. The Lightning have a practice this morning before they board a plane to head to Chicago, where they'll play the Blackhawks on Friday night. Puck drop is scheduled for 7 p.m. Eastern. Our radio pregame coverage will begin at 6:30 on 102.5 The Bone and in the Lightning mobile app. The game will be televised on ESPN. We'll have a local TV pregame show starting at 6:30 on The Spot, Tampa Bay Channel 66. Or you could come watch the game with your fellow Bolts fans at our watch party presented by Milagro. We'll be at Yeoman's in downtown Tampa starting at 6 p.m. We got memorabilia giveaways, drink specials, and a rockin' party with Thunderbug and the Blue Crew. For more information, go to tampabaylightning.com/watchparties. The Lightning will be back home on Monday night when the Utah Mammoth are in town. Puck drop set for 7 p.m. Limited tickets still remain at tampabaylightning.com. Dave Mishkin and Greg Linnelli will preview this weekend's 2-game road trip to Chicago and Columbus on Lightning Power Lunch presented by Reef Rum at noon Eastern. You can watch the show on Facebook, X, and YouTube, listen live in the Lightning mobile app, or download the podcast afterwards and listen anytime. We're just 10 days away from the Navy Federal Credit Union Stadium Series game at Raymond James Stadium. On this week's Block Party podcast, presented by Highlight IPA, Greg Wolf and Braden Coburn were joined by Derek King, the VP of Operations for the NHL. He's the one in charge of building the rink and tent structure to make this game happen. You can learn how it's all done on the Block Party podcast, available in your favorite podcast app. Happy birthday to defenseman Sammy Helenius, who played in 4 games in the 1998-99 season. He scored 1 goal for the Bolts. The Lightning reassigned forwards Milo Rollins and Cooper Flinton from the Syracuse Crunch to the Orlando Solar Bears. Rollins has played in 2 games with the Crunch this season with 1 assist. He's played 29 games with the Solar Bears. He scored 11 goals and 7 assists. Flinton, meanwhile, has played in 23 games with the Crunch. He has 1 goal. He's also skated in 2 games with the Solar Bears. And finally, congratulations to former Lightning forward Alex Killorn, who played in his 1,000th NHL game on Thursday night. He played 805 of those games in Tampa Bay over 11 seasons, scoring 198 goals and 466 points in a Lightning uniform. Thank you for listening to the Daily Strike for Thursday, January 22nd, 2026. I'm Steve Versnick, where every day is Hockey Day.